Hello, my name is William Denwin, and this is my video on Intro to Pythagorean trig identities. Of course, this requires knowledge of the Pythagorean theorem, and it's for right triangles only. So here we can see the formula a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So the two sides squared will equal the hypotenuse squared. Now, knowing the Pythagorean theorem, we can use trigonometric ratios. This is sine, cosine, and tangent. And you can remember what these ratios are with SOHCAHTOA. So with opposite hypotenuse, meaning opposite will be over hypotenuse. So if this is theta, let's say, then the opposite will be A, the hypotenuse will always be C. So we will have A over C. Cosine, the adjacent side of theta is b, so we have b over c. And then tangent, the opposite is a, and adjacent is b, so we have a over b. Now we're gonna introduce the Pythagorean identity: sine squared of theta plus cosine squared of theta equals 1. So we're gonna start off with these two equations: sine squared theta equals a squared over c squared, because that's what the ratio of sine is, a over c. And if we square sine, we have to square the ratio. The same with cosines. Cosine squared equals b squared over c squared. Now, knowing this, we can finally prove this identity, because sine squared plus cosine squared equals a squared plus b squared over c squared, because they share the same denominator. Now, since a squared plus b squared equals c squared, because of the previous Pythagorean theorem we had, a squared plus b squared equals the hypotenuse squared, which is c, then we know that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So, a squared plus b squared equals c squared was actually just equals c squared divided by c squared. And since these both are the exact same, that means that c squared over c squared equals 1. And that's how we know the Pythagorean identity: sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1. Thank you.